Adam Newey in the colours of Linda Cross, the dark blue jacket with the emerald green chevrons, dark blue sleeves, emerald green armlets, quartered cap. Wearing the eye shield and blinkers. Number 1 is Yakshi. Steph Gondola on board for owner-trainer Doreen Townend, the royal blue jacket with the red stars, royal blue cap with the red star. Last one out is horse number 3, Amy Zing Zayn, who wears a hood for the first time this afternoon. Steve Harrison on board, going pretty briskly to post, it has to be said, for trainer Peter Hammersley in the colours of the Zayn Arabian stud, the black jacket with the dark green stars, white cap with the black star. So they are the 4 runners and riders for race 2, the Wathbar Stud Farm Cup Equestrian Club Handicap Stakes. This race for Pubert Arabian, 3-year-olds and upwards, rated 0 to 60. 2 miles or thereabouts is the trip for race 2, so they start on the side of the track, come up past the enclosures, and then do 1 complete circuit of the course. Runners to post for race 2. Give you a rusher of betting for this race with Cara, who does stay particularly well as a winner at Taunton over 10 furlongs earlier on in the season, was 4th at Huntingdon over a mile last time out, actually behind both Yakshi and Amy Zing Zayn on that occasion. He is the market leader at 7 to 4. 2 to 1 for the 13-year-old Yakshi. Winner at Salisbury last year over a mile, came with a strong finish that day, as she did when winning at Huntingdon, beating Amy Zing Zayn and Wikara last time out on her most recent outing. £3 at higher in the handicap for that success. 5 to 2 for the maiden, Amy Zing Zayn, who was 5th here earlier on in the season. 3rd in that race at Huntingdon, wears a hood for the first time this afternoon and takes a step up in trip. And it's 7 to 2 for the 16-year-old Roche de Carew. George Blackwell hoping for his first winner in public. This horse, who does stay particularly well, was a winner over a mile and a half last year at Wolverhampton, and has been 3rd on his 2 starts this campaign at Taunton over 10 furlongs and at Huntingdon over 14 furlongs, so a mile and 6 furlongs last time out. So they are the 4 runners and riders, and they're at the post. And our thanks go to TMN Services, who have very kindly sponsored the Best Turned Out Award for the groom responsible for the horse Joshua being the best turned out for all the Arabian races this afternoon. For the first race, that award went to horse number 2, Attila de Rueis, and for this particular contest, the award has gone to horse number 3, Amy Zing Zayn. So congratulations to the groom responsible for Amy Zing Zayn. You can see the TMN advert on page 5 of today's race cards, groundwork and fencing specialist, all the contact details available there as well for the email address, etc., etc. So our thanks go to TMN Services for their kind and generous support of today's Best Turned Out Award. Runs at the post, just over a minute to post time. Runners being called forward. And they're off for the Wathbar Stud Farm Cup Equestrian Club Handicap Stakes over 2 miles. And a steady tempo being set through the early stages by the 16-year-old Roche de Carew on his 82nd start this afternoon. He's been placed on 36 occasions, he's won 10 races, and the veteran leads them into the home straight the first time with a lead of 3.5 lengths. Over the 10-year-old Wikara in second place in the hands of Phil Collington. The mare, Amy Zing Zayin, for Steve Harrison is last but one, and Yakshi, the top weight, Steph Gondola aboard her at the back of the field, spots the leader about 8 lengths as they come down the home straight the first time. So plenty of white on his face. The red cap worn by George Blackwell aboard Roche Le Carew with his ears pricked, coming down the home straight the first time. Wikara in the headgear, and the dark blue and emerald green jacket is second. Amy Zing Zayin taking quite a keen hold in third as she did on the way to post. Steve Harrison's just about winning that battle now, though, in the black jacket, and 3.5 lengths back to Yakshi, the grey. She is the back marker in the royal blue jacket with the red stars. Still about 8 lengths top to tail as they swing away from the stands, turning right-handed. And it's Roche Le Carew out in front, horse who's been third on both his starts this campaign. Clear by a couple of lengths. Wikara, who was a winner at Taunton earlier on in the season, is in second place. Amy Zing Zayin, who was at third last time out, behind Yakshi, but 1 place in front of Wikara at Huntingdon over a mile. Up in trip this afternoon. She's back in third and 3 lengths back to Yakshi, who won that race at Huntingdon over a mile. Another one taking a step up in trip this afternoon. Also won at Salisbury last season. 9 furlongs left to travel. Heading past the Leisure Centre. And it's Roche Le Carew and George Blackwell who continues to show in front. Leads by 1.5 lengths. Wikara, Phil Collington keen not to let the leader have too soft a time with it out in front, or not at least be too far behind when the tempo does lift. 2 lengths clear from Amy Zing Zayin in the hands of Steve Harrison in third, and 4 lengths back to Yakshi, the 13-year-old at the back. They've passed halfway. Into the back straight they go, an Indian file. Roche Le Carew, the leader, leading by 1 length and a tail. Over Wikara in second, 2 lengths back to Amy Zing Zayin in third, and another 3 lengths back to Yakshi, who remains last of the quartet, very much in touch. Tempo yet to really lift as they head towards the final 3/4 of a mile. About 6 lengths top to tail now, and it remains Roche Le Carew out in front, leading by 1 length and a tail still. Wikara remains the nearest pursuer. Amy Zing Zayin 2 lengths back in third, another 2.5 lengths back to Yakshi as they go towards the far end of the back straight. There's been no change in the order throughout, and they now turn right-handed and prepare to swing down the side of the track. Roche Le Carew, George Blackwell just nudging for a stride or two, just trying to increase the tempo slightly on this horse who does stay particularly well. The 16-year-old leads by just over 1 length from Wikara as they make the run inside the final half mile. Wikara just nudged to get closer to Roche Le Carew and now draws alongside. Tempo now begins to lift. 2.5 lengths back to Amy Zing Zayin in third. Another 5 lengths back to Yakshi, who's held up as she always is for a late run. They're on the downhill run back towards the home straight. Phil Collington just had a look round his right shoulder. He probably thinks he's got Roche Le Carew covered on the outside, although the veteran does stay well and is keeping on gamely. He's only about a half length down. 3 lengths back to Amy Zing Zayin, another 4 lengths back to Yakshi. 1/4 mile left to travel, turning in. Wikara now sent on by Phil Collington. Goes on by 2.5 lengths from Roche Le Carew. Amy Zing Zayin keeping on for pressure to the near side in third, and Yakshi still last of the 4. Down to the final furlong. Wikara just having to be kept up to his work. Still clear by 2.5 lengths. Roche Le Carew, the veteran, finishing with a bit of a flourish on the inside. Amy Zing Zayin back in third. Wikara driven right out from Roche Le Carew. Wikara idling in front, but does enough to prevail by just over a length. Roche Le Carew in second, an honourable run. Amy Zing Zayin in third, and Yakshi last of the quartet.
Here is the order of finish. First number 2, second number 4, third horse number 3, and the fourth horse number 1. Here is the full order of finish for the second race, the Wathabar Stud Farm Cup Equestrian Club Handicap Stakes. First number 2, Wikara. Second number 4, Roches de Cairo. Third number 3, Amazing Zayn. And the fourth horse, number 1, Yakshi. Distance is 1.5 lengths and half a length. And the winner's time, 4 minutes 4.86.
In second place, Amazing Zayn, who was at third last time out behind Yakshi, but one place in front of Wikara at Huntingdon over a mile. Up in trip this afternoon. She's back in third and 3 lengths back to Yakshi, who won that race at Huntingdon over a mile. Another one taking a step up in trip this afternoon. Also won at Salisbury last season. 9 furlongs left to travel. Heading past the Leisure Centre, and it's Roche de Cairo and George Blackwell who continues to show in front. Leads by a length and a half, with Cara Phil Connington keen not to let the leader have too soft a time of it out in front, or not at least be too far behind when the tempo does lift. 2 lengths clear from Amazing Zayn in the hands of Steve Harrison in third, and 4 lengths back to Yakshi, the 13-year-old at the back. They've passed halfway. Into the back straight they go, an Indian file. Roche de Cairo, the leader, leading by a length and a tail. Over Wikara in second, 2 lengths back to Amazing Zayn in third, and another 3 lengths back to Yakshi, who remains last of the quartet, very much in touch. Tempo yet to really lift as they head towards the final 3/4 of a mile. About 6 lengths top to tail now, and it remains Roche de Cairo out.